Okay,
Mm,
so girl, we're here.
girl, here we are.
Here we
This
are. So
is
this is round two.
this is take two of version one of the first thing of the first of the first of the first.
Right. Yeah, we had a little slight technical difficulties last time, but
Hmm,
we are back.
we're back.
So I had said to you that on the first go round of this that it was a very special day last week. And last week it was a very special day because Sarah McLachlan came out with her new album, Better Broken, first
Yes.
album in like a decade. You know,
Which I love
all
that title. First, can
oh,
we just say, oh, before we get into the, should we just like, do we say like hello to everybody? Welcome to
oh,
like,
this
this
is
is our,
true.
we should probably
Good
do
point.
like the actual, and we're not editing that shit out either. Like, we're
No,
just
no.
gonna
Okay,
like,
go.
now I think that this is gonna be a, hey girl, hey, we're doing a thing and it's
Okay.
called
WTF?
WTF. I mean, how much better does it get than being able to say WTF all the time and
I
have it
know.
mean it's shorthand for women around a table eating food. So,
Yes.
yeah.
That's why we're
So,
here. And we should also start with uh, women around a table eating food. I can tell you what I brought to the table if you would like to know what I brought to the table.
yeah, you probably should, since this is going to be a podcast that is supposed to be highlighting the connectivity of food and what we eat when we talk. So, yeah,
Yes.
you should
So,
definitely kick this off.
okay. So I had brought to the table a beautiful peppered salmon
Mm,
on top of a bed of purple kale and
mm,
cabbage and carrots with a homemade chimichurri. We had chimichurri
mm.
last week too, but
Okay. Mm.
um,
Right. It's very
and
appropriate.
there it is, right? Oh,
Nice. Oh,
mhm.
oh, dude. I am
It's
so
all good.
sorry.
It's
Okay.
all good. It's all good. It didn't go on anything. So that is what I brought to the table, along with what is in my 20 something ounce insulated blender bottle, is some aminos because we're all about the protein at this phase of life.
All about the protein. Well, like, speaking of protein, I don't have it here because I needed to eat it in the kitchen because at the time it was my snack time and the dog's snack time. And I need them quiet for as long as we're going to do this. So I had, it's not nearly as elegant as yours. I had a slice of Finlandia lacy Swiss cheese. Not a sponsor. Well, no, actually, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, no, they're not a sponsor,
But
but maybe. I'm like, oh, okay. So Finlandia lacy cheese with some lean turkey breast, and I rolled it up and I ate that in a roll while I was giving the dogs their snacks and making some tea and getting some water. And so this showing up for food is piss poor this week, but I'm normally my lunchtime game is much more on, but today it's gonna be all liquid like tea and water until I can do something a little bit more substantial. But I every day I wake up with my green drink and I had my green drink and some other potions and whatnot. So I do have some
did you
good stuff in
always
me.
do a little, did you always do like the roll up the Swiss cheese and the turkey? Like, was that something that you've always done, or was that something that you and I did together? Because that was something that I learned. It sounds stupid. I
I
learned to
learned it from
roll.
watching you.
I learned to roll up Swiss cheese and turkey. But
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
think.
remember when I started doing that. I bet I'm sure it was around the time that all of a sudden, carbs were the devil, and so
Mm,
it was a good way to be able to make a little healthy snack more portable. And also, I mean, for me right now, since I am so judicious with any bread or gluten that I consume, I and generally don't have stuff in the house that I would choose to eat, like a beautiful Neshoba bakery mm, loaf that's
yeah,
in Concord, Massachusetts. Not a sponsor, not
that's what-
opposed. Big
not
time not
opposed at
opposed there.
all.
Which
Yeah.
actually it's not even Neshoba anymore. I think that they altered the name slightly, but anyway, uh, I now just do the quick shot of protein just so it'll fill me up, and
Good for you.
yeah,
Proud of
I do
you.
love it. I love, and I also feel like it's a Swiss cheese is is a real cheese. It's not a processed cheese. It's not a cheese product my family absolutely positively could not live without. And it
Cheese
has to be
product.
Land O'Lakes white American cheese. It has to be
Wow.
that. Like we have a pound in the house almost all at all times. It's
I
unbelievable.
don't think I've noticed that in your fridge. Wow.
Always. My
Probably because my
husband,
eyes don't go there.
they don't go to the cheese bin. They
No,
don't go
no,
to the
no.
cheese bin.
I
Which
go to all
not
the beautiful fruits and veggies that are always
my
in there.
there you go. There you go. And the almond milk that's always there.
Yes.
Yeah, at some point in time we definitely have to do the that funny exercise that we did with Heather. Like what food have you eaten like more in your life?
Yes.
What like
Yes, the
what's
most.
your like the most pivotal lean on me food ever? And I
Yes,
think that
that
that was a fun
and that you could
conversation.
eat and that you could eat almost every day now.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
And that you
totally.
do, perhaps. But yes, that'll
Yes.
be in a future episode
Yes.
of Women Around Table Eating Food.
Eating food. I love
WTF.
it. So can I go back to my
Now get back to
original?
you.
Yeah,
So yeah,
okay.
now that we've let everybody know like why we're here, and obviously people will read in the description. Yes, last week when
Yeah.
we tried this, you were so beautifully intentional about choosing the date that we were going to start our first recording, which is why I felt like shite when my computer
Mm.
futzed it all. So why is today beautiful
Well,
September
so
25th?
right, so September 19th, Sarah came out with her new album. It's wonderful. If you have not listened to it,
I haven't
it's
yet.
just so beautiful. Her voice gets better and better and better. I can't
Mm-hmm.
even tell you how amazing it sounds.
Mm.
I just don't have the words. It's anyway.
Can't wait.
So, and Sarah is somebody that has brought us, we've always connected around the Sweet Songbird and about, yeah, she'll be on the show sometime. About a decade ago, you and I went to Canada to see her. We had front row tickets
Mm-hmm.
and we did a little meet and greet.
Well, let's
Be-
set this up. You gave me like the 40th present of a lifetime and said, "Would you like to go and do this?" And it was in fucking Canada, not in Massachusetts, where
Right.
well, I live, and in Connecticut, where you are. And so, yeah, it was thoughtful, it was wholehearted, it was couldn't have been more special that we
Yes.
that you brought to fruition this. It was dreamy. It was dreamy.
And we had the opportunity to meet her, uh, which was, I mean, if we look at the picture, I have it up this time. Shall
That's
I?
funny. So I do too. So you can
Please hold.
totally go. Yeah,
I'm doing it. I'm doing
you
it.
do
Here we
it.
go.
Go ahead.
Now,
Oh, look at
can
that.
can we see that
Look at
picture?
that.
Like that is where if you weren't my best friend, everybody would think that Sarah's my best friend.
It is true. Or well, actually, everybody would think that you are her best friend because we can see her face and we just see she's just filled with such warmth as she hugs you. I
Like that's
just
a
love it.
real hug.
I know.
Like it's not one of the and I don't know, I might have been a little overzealous because it looks like I'm holding on for dear life and I could pull her neck off of her body because, but she doesn't seem to mind it.
No, no,
No,
no,
no.
she
So
doesn't.
this what do you let me see. Do you have the any other up there? I
Oh
just pulled
yes.
the one
So
of
I
me.
oh no. Oh well, that's as well you should. So I have the other version. Oh, I was just gonna shoot. I was gonna put it in the chat, but that's not what we want to do. I'm gonna open it up. I act like
And
I'm
share
not on my
your
computer
screen.
like every minute of every day. So the difference between when you were up there and it was so warm and come on, it was so warm and loving. Right now, like for me, oh my goodness, what is? It's like I can't move my screen. So for me, it looks like I've just given her extraordinary, like bad news. Like, oh
Let me
no,
see.
like what? Can you see that? Like she's like, "Oh boy,
Oh,
you
oh,
have a
dear
like a stomach
sweetheart.
ulcer? I am so what? Like what you have a polyp? Like, ooh, I don't like it's just it just looks like now the other thing too, I want to just I want to juxtapose
Wait.
juxtapose these because
Well, you didn't maul her.
oh,
That's the
no,
difference.
this
You were
is the
so
thing. This is the thing. Here, this looks like literally embracing you. She's welcoming this. She wants this. Here, it looks like this is very much an unwanted touch. So this looks like, oh, maybe I saw Nick do this. This is great. I'm gonna touch her too. Oh, but this does not insinuate that that is okay. This is
Oh, you
good.
are
This
funny.
is not. So I
Oh,
and I will I will redeem this by saying thankfully at the end she was
yes.
willing to then there
Yes.
was this and it
Look at
was good.
us.
And I do once again just want to point out that here she's clearly touching you, and over here we have no idea where that other hand is
But there's a slight
because
lean towards you on
there
that
is a
one.
little lean, but I think it's fair to say that this situation totally fucked things up for me, and you got the extra hand. So I
Oh,
just needed
that's
to set that
special.
up. And then finally, I think that one of the shots from just how close we were,
Uh,
um, she's just truly a beautiful human being. Anybody who can go on television and talk about donating money to animals as much as she has over the years, like she's got a
yeah.
special place in heaven. And
Yeah.
her voice, and obviously, let's just talk about her arms too.
Oh, she's
Michelle
just so,
Obama
and
arms.
she's just so beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Like everything
There
about
you go.
her. And thank you for sharing that.
You're so welcome. And
So
let's just weave
that is
ourselves on that.
our something that just has brought us together over the years. And Lilith Fair also.
Of course. Yes.
Lilith, we attended the Lilith Fair. Was that 97 or 98, by the way, that we went?
Well, I graduated in 97 from Wheaton College, the one in Massachusetts. You graduated
Mhm.
there in 98. My
Yeah.
guess is that it would have been 97. I can go back and I can look at photos though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could I
I would
could
be,
give you
yeah.
a hard date on that.
I was trying to think about it when we were watching the Lilith Fair documentary, which built Lilith Fair, The Untold Story, Building
Mm,
Mystery.
mm.
So good, so inspiring. If you have not watched it,
I
watch
haven't
it.
seen it yet.
Oh, it's so wonderful. And the official Lilith Fair playlist from amazing 4.5 hours of just stellar music by all of
Mm.
these queens of music. Long story short, that's our connection with Sarah. And today, why it's special is because on November 19th, you are going to see Sarah McLachlan with me at the Beacon Theater in New York.
That's why you asked me the other day if I was available. Oh my God, that's amazing. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
No, we're going to see the Better Broken tour, the Beacon Theater. We're not in the first row, we're in like the 15th row.
Oh, that's
And
perfect.
we are going, and it's a
Nick,
gorgeous, it's a gorgeous theater. You've been to the Beacon, right? Have you been to the
was
Beacon?
is that in Brooklyn?
No, this is in New York City.
No, I have not been
Oh,
there.
it's a beautiful, beautiful theater. I saw Adele there in like the 11th row before
Mm,
Adele got big.
mm.
So we are going to see Sarah again in this 50th year of our life
Oh my
together.
gosh, I seriously cannot believe that you did that. That was the
Happy
last
birthday.
thing. That was the last thing. I didn't even know she was touring. Obviously, I'm a
Oh,
huge fan.
I was on pre-sale at 10, no, actually 9:57 because it went
I
on
can't
sale
believe
at
you.
10 a.m. and it came up and it said, "You are 20,000 in line." And I was like,
Wow.
"Oh, this isn't good."
Wow.
And I just waited and I was patient. I didn't refresh because I didn't want to lose my place in line. And about a half an hour in, I was able to secure our tickets.
You did it online. You did it
Yeah.
online. Oh my gosh. So when
Mhm.
you said this, of course, I was just going back to when we used to have to call on the phone and you had to keep
Yes.
hitting. So when you said refresh, I thought you were talking about redial, but no, the refresh
No,
button
no.
on your browser.
Oh,
Okay.
yes,
It's
yes, yes,
2025.
yes, correct.
Chase Corwood. The
We're not
fuck.
back in the 90s,
Literally
babe.
WTF now, not the
Yes,
food.
yes.
The fuck. Oh,
So
that's
that's why
funny.
today
Oh,
is a
girl,
special day.
I can't. I can't even. I'm so grateful. We're gonna have
Mm,
so much fun. Is
we're gonna
Heather
have so
coming?
much fun. Huh? Yes.
Is Heather coming?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, Heather and her dear friend Jackie, whom you will absolutely
Oh,
adore.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, you've heard us talk
I
about
haven't met her yet.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. And so we will be going together.
Yay.
Yay.
Heather being your beautiful bride, your beautiful wife.
Heather being my beautiful wife.
Yes.
So that's why today
Fantastic.
is also a special Sarah day.
Girl.
Yeah,
Girl. Thank you so
girl.
much. Oh my gosh. I haven't been
I
to a
love you.
concert in so fucking long.
Yeah.
Shit. Thank
You've been
you.
to a lot of
I love
concerts
you.
too. I love you too. So you want to talk a little bit about, I think it would be fun to hear about just our origin story a little bit.
I think that that's a beautiful thing because so much of what we want to do here is hope that other friends see themselves in us and also just what the journey is. I mean, the journey across a 30-year friendship that how it evolves and how it stays exactly the same in all the good ways and all the things that you talk about and all the things that you tackle. And
Mhm.
hopefully, other people are going to want to come and be on our super cool podcast because they just want to reminisce.
Yeah,
And maybe we'll have other best friends on too. Wouldn't that be
maybe
nice?
that'd be awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
a good
Okay.
idea.
So, yeah, I think, yeah,
So
because I think
I
that
would
relationship is so important. But yes, go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, and then we'll talk a little bit about like our vision
Yeah.
of, what we want to do on here and the types of women we want to be around the table with. But I do think it's important that people know how I captured you
You're
because
captured.
really, because really, it's one of minus my wife. It's
Yeah.
one of my greatest
It's
accomplishments in my
my
life.
greatest captures. I feel like, if anybody else said that, I would probably be like, "Oh, not your property," but like
Yeah.
I love being yours.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm.
So, how I captured you was back in the 90s when we were in college, and we actually didn't know each other while we were in college, but we went to the same
Yeah.
college a year apart. You were singing in an a cappella group, and it was, I think, the final performance in the Wheaton Chapel. Your final perform Was it your final performance, or
Was it
maybe just one?
before? So my guess, if I'm thinking about chronology as we have
Yeah.
thought about this, it would have been maybe my last senior jam,
Yes, that's what
perhaps,
it was.
because
Yes,
if it was
yes.
the last performance, it would have been the night before graduation, and I don't think that that's when
No,
all that
you're
went down.
you're right because and you sang one,
Oh
your
yeah.
solo.
Yeah. Did I forget the words that time? Or did I? Because
No,
that I did
no.
that one time.
You did not forget the words.
Up on
So
stage.
I
Yeah.
was I was up in the balcony with my friend at the time, and we were watching you all perform, and up walks this radiant, uh, effervescent, gorgeous human comes up to the microphone, and I looked at Mark and I said, "Who is that? You hadn't opened your mouth yet." I'm like, "Who is that?" And he's like, "That's Jen Chase." I was like, "How do you know who that is?" And he's like, "So I'm friends with her, and that's Noah's girlfriend and all the connections." And I said, Why am I not friends with her?" And he said, "I don't know, Nick. I can introduce you." I said, "Thank you very much. That would be nice." And then you started to sing, and I was like, oh boy. So I looked at him. I said, she's going to be my best friend. She's going to be my best friend. I need her to be my best friend. Now, in hindsight, if somebody says that now, like I would be a little bit wary of them. But please know, it came from the depth of
Oh,
there was
no.
something
I
I
think
just knew that you were going to be like I just needed you as my friend and my best
it,
friend. So it started there. And then in the summertime, that summer, we were actually living in the same house on campus at Wheaton and working. You had graduated,
Yeah.
but you were still there working, and I was working in the alumni office at the time. And Mark was in the house. Noah
Noah was
was
in the house as well.
Sarah Jane
Yep.
was in the
Glenn.
house, and Glenn. We were all living in this house together, and so I knew like this was my opportunity. And
And
so
I knew that Mark had been friends with you. I knew that and Marisa, I, you guys lived not far from Noah my junior year. So like
right.
I knew, I mean, you were a basketball phenom. You were. And me probably still are. But if we were to
No,
go
no,
out there and
no.
do something,
I
but
can lift heavy. I can lift heavy shit. I'm not sure
yeah,
that
this
I could
is
do
true.
anything basketball wise.
But like I knew who you were, but I just, I think we probably, I would like to think that we would have said hello to one another, you know,
In
the whole year
passing, but I
before, but
think you were afraid of Marisa.
okay, I wasn't going to say that out loud, but I think Marisa knows this. But
She
yeah,
does.
so
She knows. Well,
entirely, yes, I was afraid of her, and you and Husmig and Marisa all had a triple together in not young.
No, no,
No?
no, we didn't. Marisa was somewhere else, but Pam and I had a triple together.
Okay.
And but Marisa, we were always together. And
Yeah,
so, but
yes, you
and the other
quite were.
part of it is that Marisa was like my bodyguard. So for a context, I'm five
You're
two.
like freaking Fred.
Marisa's like 6 feet something. And so she took me
Yeah.
under her wing and was like she just took care of me when I was first
Yeah.
there. She was a year older also. And so everywhere I went, I had Marisa. And so so she was
Yeah.
like my bodyguard.
She
Not
was
that I
she
needed one.
was
I makes it sound like people were picking on me, but they weren't.
no, no. She was intimidating, but also, in hindsight's 2020. Like you can't like how can you get to know somebody if you don't introduce yourself? If you don't introduce yourself, how
Right.
do you get to know anybody? Like
Yeah.
everybody that was not a and remains not a large college. So everybody kind of
Right.
knew one another. However, yes, we could entirely blame Marisa for my not having the girl balls to go up and talk to you, knowing that you were friends with so many people that I was friends with. But it was just
Yeah.
like, no,
Well,
can't do it.
ditto. Ditto. So we we started to befriend one another while we lived in the
Yeah.
same house, and we started to spend time together and get to know one another and take little trips into Boston with each other where I would get butterflies in my stomach as we would lay in the Boston Common and look up at the sky. Remember
That
those
was the
days?
best. That was we went for sushi, and that was that I can close my eyes. I can remember the beautiful, beautiful summery day and the blue sky and all the clouds and just lying down in the grass and looking up. We were on our backs and just like reaching out and holding your hand. And it was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
completely beautiful.
And it was like ever since
Mm,
then, it was
mm.
an instantaneous friendship.
Yeah.
Another memory of that summer was laying on the bathroom floor making you sing
Oh, geez.
the Star Spangled Banner to me because I was so sick.
That was a night where we overserved ourselves, to put it politely.
Oh, that
Yep.
was just,
Yep.
yep.
That
There are
was and
there are so many.
and for context, it's not just like it wasn't just that you loved
The
the Star
Star
Spangled
Spangled
Banner.
Banner.
Like I used to sing it in high school when I went
Yeah.
to high school at Dartmouth with my dear friend Shoshana. And yes.
Yes.
And then later
Yes.
on I actually sang it at a Wheaton game thanks to
You
you
did. Yeah,
that all of our parents went to,
my
which was
final
really
Wheaton
lovely.
game.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So
right.
that's how I captured you.
It is.
And
It is.
I think there was just a, a beautiful synergy as sisters from that point
Yeah.
forward. And that's truly what it's been. It's been more than a friendship. It's been more than a sister. It's been a soul sisterhood.
Yeah.
Not to be cliche or anything. I think that will come out over time that people see our
Yeah.
connection and all of the things that we've shared together. But I'm just I'm just so grateful for you. I'm so glad we're doing this. And I hope that through our relationship, we get to have continued wonderful conversations that are deep, that are rip-roaringly funny, that are educational, that
Hmm.
bring other inspiring women and relationships on here. So,
And I
yeah.
think that the golden nugget stories will fall trippingly off the tongue as we go on for sure. And
Yeah.
I think that setting this up also just to I I I love what you just said about how it's more than friendship, more than sisterhood. I will say this at different times for certain, but I tell anybody who will listen that there would be no me without you.
Mm.
Without you, there is no me. And for the times that we are going to discuss truly the messy midlife being now, but like all of the things that have to lead up, all the things that have to happen to bring us to this place of evolution. I just, for the starts and the stops and the
Mm.
falling down and the getting back up, you have been my pivotal soul mate, truly. And we can have
Truly.
our soulmates in so many different ways. And I'll say this too.
Mm.
I knew that my husband was for me because he made me feel the ways that you did and do. So there you have it. There you have it.
Co Codependent evermore. That's us.
Codependent. You have to lean in real close when you say that. Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
oh
That's why I
my.
wanted to.
Yep. Delicious
So
fish.
is there anything that you want to share around what you hope for this podcast and where you see us going and who you see us bringing on and things like that?
I want should you, dear listener, decide to listen to us, uh, I hope that people find us who want to have just a refreshing moment in their day, in their week. I
Mhm.
think that I think that the female relationship, the female friendship is a beautiful thing. It's a unique thing. It's certainly not to say that, we can't have boys on the podcast certainly, but I do think that there's just a beautiful kinship. And as we have often said, and at some point I don't know if we'll talk about it today, but we can talk about the actual inception of when the idea came up for us to do this and sort
Oh,
of
we
how
should
you
talk about that.
absolutely like knew in your bones that this was right for you. We have always, and I say this all the time, I've been a lifestyle writer, food writer for almost 30 years. And I have always been absolutely enamored with how much food connects us across, like every culture has a connection to food. Food, I was just writing about this morning. It's sort of it's from birth to death. When a
Mhm.
big occasion happens in life, across communities and across cultures, like we're showing up with a casserole or a bread or a beautiful basket of bounty, something that we've made, something that we've purchased. It is the thing that salves, it's the thing that soothes, it's the thing that entertains us and makes us happy. And I think that for both of us as individuals and together in our relationship, food has always played such a huge role. And it's our relationships with food have changed over the years and whatnot.
Mhm.
And the degree that we cook, the degree that we put so much intention into the things that we eat.
Yeah.
So I think that the talking about and the fact that important conversations happen around tables and happen in kitchens, and
Mhm.
that's where they organically show up. And I
Yeah.
think that we have a lot of women in our lives who can enrich our conversations about what it's like to do all the
Mhm.
things to be alive in this world at 50 and whatnot. I think that
Yeah.
bringing them to come talk with us is it's I want people to see themselves in us or not,
Mhm.
or learn something, or just fucking sit and laugh and
And
eat something
enjoy
good.
yeah, enjoy
Yeah.
the conversation.
Yeah.
I echo all that. And I think you're right. It's important to to talk about how this idea actually was birthed. There are no babies coming.
Yes,
I'm not
please.
birthing any babies, but I'll birth this
Birth
with
and
you.
ideas. That's
Yeah,
right.
birth and ideas. And
Right.
I know you and I have, you always say it was my idea, and I have said it was your idea,
I
which
know.
is which is funny, but it was clearly your brainchild. It came out of your mouth when you and me and Heather and Samantha, our dear friend Samantha, were sitting around this beautiful blue dining room. Was it blue at the time? I don't remember.
Which actually, by the way, is going to
Yeah.
be a year. So I visited you and Heather last November, and when you take me to go see the Sweet Songbird, that's those are the dates that I was there last year.
Gosh,
Because I was checking to see,
we
I was
should
like,
record
oh,
an episode when you're here.
because we saw the not at the Crane Wives, we saw the Waylon Jennys, and that's when we
Yes.
went. It was that
Oh
week in
my,
November. Like
that's
fucking
a,
kismetness everywhere.
come on. Talk about
How's it get any better?
synchronicity. How does it
Totally.
get any better? Betsy. I always think of Betsy when we say
Me
that.
too. Me too.
So wow. Okay, that's profound. So to me, that's all just signs that this is what we're meant to be doing. So we were sitting around this table, you, me, Heather, Samantha, talking about serious stuff, relational stuff, laughing about stupid, funny shit, asking unique questions of one another. And out of your mouth pops women around a table eating food. That's a great name. And we're all like, that is fantastic. And ever since then, it has never left me. It has always been just something that's been on my little shoulder speaking to me.
Mm,
And it made me think a little bit about, do you remember in Big Magic by Liz Gilbert when she
mm.
wrote about
Love that book.
creativity and inspiration kind of knocking on your door? And if you welcome it in and you cultivate it and it's like meant to be yours to bring to fruition, beautiful, or it'll just pass you by. And she gave an example of an idea of a novel that was knocking on her door, and she kind of
Yeah.
like let it go by, and then it landed in Anne Patchett's hands, this like energetic idea. And Anne wrote a novel about something that Liz had been thinking about. And so it reminded me of that, that this thing was still here on my shoulder, like
Mm,
women around a table, and I couldn't let it pass by.
mm,
I had to kind of grab it and see what we could do with it because I think there was something so powerful in your saying that.
mm. That there was there.
Yeah, there was there.
There. I love that
And
phrase.
to echo everything that you said about the role of food and around a table in the kitchen has been such a important part of my life, especially from my grandmother, who I learned everything that I know about cooking and being with her as she would teach me how to make eggplant parm, or she would teach me how to make my own tomato sauce. She was Italian. And or sitting with her after lunch, and our dessert was her peeling an apple and slicing a little apple and handing out little slices to me. So
Mm,
food has always been something that has been near and dear to my heart, and it also has been something near and dear to your heart based on your grandmother also. So there's so much here about its meaning and then how we have cultivated it with one another, whether it was cooking a meal together, sharing recipes, finding new restaurants when we lived together in Boston. Just there's just so much there.
yeah. Yeah. Just joyful, rejoicing. And the
Yeah.
fact that your grandmother's chicken parm is my birthday dinner, that you have given, now shared that recipe with my husband, and he makes it for me. I have that once a
Yeah.
year. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, it is all of that. And I think that we are so blessed to know so many dynamic women who have their stories and who
Hmm.
in their and they have their own lines of work, or they are involved in food, or they're involved in health and wellness, or whatever the case may be. And even just friends of ours, like it's just the conversation, right? It's
Oh,
just the
there's
opportunity
so
to have a
many.
conversation.
Yeah, so many wise, beautiful, soulful, creative women that we know
Yeah.
in different areas of our life. And so I'm so happy to have conversations with them. And I might have conversations with them like throughout the week, but to have them on here together. So there are
Yeah.
some people that I have conversations with that you don't know, and vice versa, that you have conversations with weekly that I don't know, and that we get to actually do that together is wonderful. And I think this phase of life too, there's just something about women gathering with one another and lifting each other's voices up that is just so powerful. Whether it's about what it means to be in midlife as a woman right now, whether you're in perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, that whole time period, being in it right now, as you and I both know, has been just such a wild ride. First of all,
Girl.
it is a wild ride. Uh, and yeah, I want to gather uh,
Mm,
with women and talk about those things. That's my passion. You know that already, that my passion is just midlife and all that comes with it, and how we can become the strongest version of ourselves in our
mm-hmm.
body, in our mind, in our
Mm.
emotional state. And so that's those conversations are going to be really enriching.
I want to take this opportunity to also remind listeners that the other thing that I think that makes this feel awfully special is the fact that you're a therapist and you
Hmm.
have a PhD in marriage and family therapy,
I do.
LMFT, licensed
Yep.
marriage and family yes,
Family
okay.
therapist. Hmm.
I have my master's in journalism. And so I
Hmm.
think that at the core of both, the core of who we are is a deep seated curiosity, right?
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
love asking questions, not, and knowing when to say when, like knowing when to
Hmm.
stop, right? But it's just and letting beautiful people be heard and be seen, and shining a light on them, and like figuring out what can we learn, how can we grow, how can we be
Yeah.
better, how can we be challenged,
Yep.
all of that. So I think that for our professional lives, allow us to come at this from a really beautiful place too. So
Yes.
I love listening to you therapize, which you do
Therapies.
often with me, for God's sakes. But yes, and I think that the written spoken word is extremely important to both of us. So we have a lot that we can
Yes.
bring to this.
Yes. LFG.
LFG.
Let's fucking
Life's fucking
go.
good.
I,
Oh,
li-
learned that too.
I let's,
I'm like, life's fucking
let's,
good. No.
that was very
Life's,
cute. Can I,
sorry.
that might have been as cute as when I told you the other day that that my workout was a leg
It was,
accessory day.
yeah. I said, you said it's an accessory, right? You said it was an accessories day. And I said, what's that? What's fucking that? You like put necklaces on your quads? Like, what the hell? Because I had
And
asked
don't
you
you
what
worry.
I asked you what you had deadlifted, and you said, no, today's accessories day. Accessories day.
And of
So,
course, I might have already shared that with my coach.
oh, great. Who I haven't who I haven't met yet, and she's gonna know that I don't have accessories day in my in my gym repertoire. However, hashtag we can all learn. Boy, I have to stop saying hashtag because that kind of dates that it dates me the same
Hey,
way.
that's
No,
okay
go.
though. Like we
Oh
are
yeah,
dated.
we're we're 50 years old. It's like when
Mm.
recently I had said something to Parker. I was describing something is I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version. He's like, baby, like you so like we've got to figure out another way. It's like anybody that you're talking to on the regular doesn't have a clue as to what Reader's Digest is. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't want to change my language for other people, and I am who I am.
I love your Reader's
It
Digest. You can always say Reader's
was
Digest.
funny.
Oh
It was
man.
funny.
So are
Anyway.
there any final thoughts you want to give as we kind of wrap this just intro into what's coming from
I
our
think that
little,
this is perfect. I think that there are many stories to tell that we can
yes,
tell and let them unfold at all the proper times and
yes.
can't give it all up on the first date, I mean, give me a
No,
break. Like we got to be
no.
able to keep people coming back a little. But no, I feel blessed to be here. I'm thrilled that this nugget stayed in your head as long as it did, and I think that we've got a
Yeah,
really awesome opportunity to be able to share and grow and be with people we care about and meet people we
yeah,
don't.
yeah. And I'm so happy that we've been meeting weekly for a while now.
Yeah, since June.
Yeah, via Zoomy Zoom. And it has been so fun to be able to meet with you every single
I know.
week
I know.
for that amount of time, and to
Yes,
think that we're going to meet every single week
I
for
know.
the rest of our lives.
I know. I know. Because,
It's,
no matter how much you fucking love somebody, sometimes it's just hard to
yeah,
make it work, with
yeah,
stepkids and being in two different states and different schedules and different.
all the
So,
things.
I love the intentionality that we
Yeah.
have been able to commit to. It's beautiful.
Can I
That
ask
couldn't
you one last
possibly.
question before we wrap? What's your snack gonna be? Or maybe your full lunch. What's your full lunch gonna be?
My full lunch, let's see, it's 1. I will be feeding the dogs at 2. Tonight, I already have my dinner planned, with shirataki noodles with toasted walnuts and preserved lemons and some tuna in oil and
Damn.
caramelized onions and spinach. I made it's like a pantry dish, but I've been craving it, and so that's what I'm gonna make for Parker and me. And I
Yum.
think that I may do just a good protein yogurt. I've got a plant-based yogurt that I love, the Kite Hill. Not a sponsor, not
Hmm.
opposed. Unsweetened
Not
vanilla.
opposed. Ooh,
And
love
so I
that.
think I'm probably gonna hit that up with a whole bunch of nuts and seeds and
Hit it up.
stuff. Yeah, I think that's
Cool.
that's what I'm feeling. That's
Okay.
what I'm feeling.
Ditto. And that's my snack. My snack is going to be not minus the plant-based yogurt.
Yeah, you
It's
like
a
garlic.
lactose-free yogurt though.
Mm.
So that's good. We'll talk all about microbiome and shit
Let's
like
talk
that. Yeah.
about that. I
Yeah.
cannot I
Well,
cannot wait for you to
yeah.
shine your knowledge on all of us and everything that you've
Yeah.
been learning and all of your
Yeah.
training and everything that you're
So
doing.
we're
Yeah,
just making sure we get in all the protein. All the
trying
protein. Yes.
all of it.
Uh, All right, my love. I love you.
I love you.
It was
I'm
so
so grateful
wonderful.
to you, for you, and
Ditto.
to all the people out there who hopefully
Yeah.
enjoy us.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to WTF.
WTF.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
I love you. Bye.
I love you.